What's up, everybody? This is the relaunch of Ariel's Tea Lounge. Thank you guys so much. I am back with another episode 1. I want to give a big shout out to my producer, with Dream Bear Christian on Snapchat. You can hit him up on his Facebook. He is the best guy ever. I'm so glad for this opportunity, y'all. Like, this is a blessing in disguise. And I just want to give thanks to my family for being so supportive, my friends, my coworkers. Thank y'all so much. And now we're going to get into a few topics tonight. We're going to get into wrestling because I'm a big wrestling fan. So we're going to talk about what's been going on with Hell in a Cell, what's been going on this week in wrestling, and what's coming up in Money in the Bank. And then I'm going to tell a little bit about myself as well, so y'all can get to know who I am. And then we're going to get to the most important topic of the night, how friendships can change for the best and how they can change for the worst. So let's get into it. So, as everybody knows, I am Ariel. I am 30 years old. I am a mom of 5 beautiful children from Chicago, Illinois. I am a Capricorn. Y'all can follow me on my social medias. I go by A. Marie Jameson on Facebook. I go by Marie Jameson09 on Instagram. I go by Marie_Jameson on Snapchat. So if you guys want to follow me on those social medias, you can definitely do that. I'm also a free-spirited. I am very open about my opinions and what I stand for, because morals are very valuable to me. I'm a very laid-back person. I like to have fun and everything. So, yeah. Okay, next topic will be like into wrestling. This is like big. I'm a big fan of wrestling. I've been a wrestling fan since I was 4 years old. My favorite wrestler is Triple H. He is just fully now retired from WWE, but he runs the NXT division. So if I ever get to see that man, please, I'm gonna make my dream come true. If I get to see this man, I will be so happy. Okay, what's been going on in wrestling lately? We just had Hell in a Cell this past Sunday. I don't know if all of you watched Hell in a Cell, if you're big wrestling fans, but Hell in a Cell was like, I'll give it a grade B. Let's just put that out there, a grade B, because like some of the matches could have went a little bit longer. Some of them were good, but I think some of these beefs are kind of dragged out to the fullest. Like the first match I want to get into was Bianca Belair versus Bayley. Now, if y'all know the story behind Bianca Belair is a rookie from NXT. She is also the wife of Montez Ford, who was also a part of a tag team called the Street Profits. I love Bianca Belair. She holds it down for all the Black sisters. Ain't no been no Black sister like her since Jacqueline, if y'all remember her from the 90s, early 2000s era and everything else. Bianca Belair I think she's gorgeous. I think she's a very fun-spirited woman. She is very strong and athletic. You know, y'all know her as a track star from also in college and everything else. And then we have Bayley, who is also part of the now called the 4 Horsewomen. And she also hails from NXT as well. Bayley, she was a fun-loving girl. I did like her. I really did in the beginning. But then when she started turning heel, it just started to become very, very old for me. For me, it's just like, girl, why are you, like, being bad does not work for you. I'm sorry to tell you, it don't work. It's like, yeah, you got a new haircut and you want to show that you want to get more respect. I think when you were just a face and a beautiful soul, that got you more notice. But this beef about Bianca Belair, like, Bayley, I think you've had the title way too many times. It's time for newbies to come up. You're not old, you're not played out, but at the same time, it's like, have a seat somewhere. Have a seat. I'm sorry. But Hell in a Cell, yes, Bayley had a Hell in a Cell match before with Sasha Banks, and she had the mentality coming into it. So, and then Bianca Belair, this was her very first match. And, you know, I was giving her all the hope in the world. But when that match came, I was rooting for Bianca hands down, people. Hands down. Because, like, she is just an awesome athletic spirit. I'm so glad that she is also the WWE Women's SmackDown champion at this moment in time. Then in this match, I give this match a grade B as well, because it was a good match. Bianca is lethal with her hair. Everybody knows she's the hair with a whip, like a weapon. And then Bayley also gave it her all as well. Like Bayley try to be smart with the chairs. But once that kiss of death was handed to her on the ladder, it was just totally over for her. So, and it became Bianca retaining the title as WWE's Women's SmackDown Champion. And then we had Cesaro and Seth Rollins. Let me tell y'all about Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins, I did like when he's with the Shield. Hands down, I think Seth Rollins is a face and everything else. But this Messiah complex is just not where it's also played out to me. Because I feel like, dude, we get the point. You proved your point. That's it. That's all. Cesaro, same thing. He's a great athlete. Hails from Switzerland. But, at the same time, he's also a veteran. I just think their beef is just plain out stupid. And I just feel like they just need to just end it all just right now. Just do one match and just bury it. It's just, everybody's just, I think, in my opinion, is getting tired of it. And then we had Shayna Baszler, who me and my best friend call Big Homie Shayna. And who hails from South Dakota. And then we had Miss Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss, I used to not like her until she turned dirty, thanks to The Fiend. Let me tell you, I fear The Fiend with my soul. Like, I hate clowns, so I have clown phobia. So basically, that's what it is. And then when it comes to Alexa, I love the fact that she has turned into this darker doll personality. She carries this little dog named Lily. I don't like dolls. I really do not. I think they're the most freakiest things in God's green earth. But if it works, it works, I guess. And then your match, I think, is a little... I love this beef they have, because seeing Alexa just toy with Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax and Reginald's Minds is just... She has a subtle, yeah, I'm wicked, but it's just it's seductive in the same time. And I love it. But this match, it was actually kind of good, right, to see. I actually liked it because she puts you into a trance when you look into those dark eyes of hers. And it's she made Reginald just looked at her. She went. And it's she zombifies him. And then she does it to Nia, same thing. Takes Nia, her head starts falling on her head. Their eyes are locked. She brings her hand back. Nia's hand goes up, and then she slaps Reginald in the face. That was so funny to see. Just seeing Alexis can just toy with somebody, and then Shayna's just looking so lost. What is y'all doing? I'm trying to focus on the match because everybody knows Shayna is a submissionist from the MMA. She's an MMA wrestler. I respect her wholeheartedly because once she puts you in that chokehold, it's night-night. Ain't nobody coming back from that. But this, Alexa was just not playing with her. She was just made sure that, Alexa respected her. And that's why, Alexis came out on top. The next match is this long, drawn-out best friend turned bitter enemies, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, who both hail from Canada. And it's Sami Zayn with this, it's a conspiracy, I'm being fooled over, and this and that. Come on, dude. It's not. You just suck as a wrestler to me. I just think you just a trashy wrestler. You lost fair and square. You always think somebody out to get you. Ain't nobody out to get you. Kevin Owens, I still not like him, but he kind of grew on me over time. And I actually like how he became great as an athlete, even though he was gone from his long injury. He came back with a force. And it's and the seeing him and Sami Zayn keep this beef going back and forth of who's better than who, it's just so played out. Leave it alone. Their match was basically so stupid. I just feel I don't need to be listening to that storyline no more. The producers just need to cut that, period. And then we have the Queen, Charlotte Flair, who if everybody watches wrestling, is Ric Flair's daughter. And also we have the Nightmare, Rhea Ripley. I love Rhea Ripley, y'all. That woman, she hails from Australia, but her darkness and everything in her physique, oh my God. Anybody knows me knows I'm LGBT, so I think she is the most beautiful woman ever. Even though she says she is straight. Rhea, girl, I do not believe that wholeheartedly. I do not believe that you are straight. Because, like, no woman can carry like that and not been with a woman. So, if you ever get single, holla at your girl. But, yeah, back into the match. Like Rhea and Charlotte's match, they were both putting their all into it. Yeah, Charlotte, I just think that you proved your point. You got all the titles. You earned all the titles, but you want to be just like your father, a 16-time champion. We get it. But at the same time, it's a big shoe to fill. But you proved yourself. You are the queen. You are the best. Besides Becky Lynch, in my opinion. I was going to go off that topic real quick and say congratulations to Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch today. They actually have tied the knot officially. And also congrats on their new baby, Rue. She is beautiful. I haven't seen her face picture yet because I've been wanting to see who she looks like. But congrats to them. And back into the match. I'm sorry if we keep going off topic, but that's just a beautiful thing to see WWE stars hook up and have a life together. But yeah, come to Rhea and Shayna. Rhea, she's shown why she's dominant. She has proven that time and time again. And I love it. And it's like Charlotte feels like, Rhea can compare to her, which is probably true, It's probably true. You can't compare. Like, you proved your point. You are dominant in this industry. But at the same time, it's like Rhea this is showing Charlotte that, you're played out, you're old. It's time for the new piece to show that we can be just as good, if not better. Do I respect how Rhea won? No, I do not. I feel like she got frustrated and that's why she cheated her way out into a victory. Because Charlotte has done it too. When Charlotte gets mad, she cheats her way into a victory. I just feel like Rhea should have beat Charlotte fair and square, one-on-one, via pin or submission. She lost. Okay, cool, The better woman won, but I just feel like the flawsification is a coward move. Because I feel like she is way better than that, y'all. And then last but not least, we have the almighty Bobby Lashley. I'm sorry, God, that man, I do not like him as a wrestler. I never had respect for him. That's my opinion, and I'm going to own it. And the Scottish Warrior, Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre, he grew on me over time as well. Like, I swear, I never liked him. At first, I just thought he was just another cocky newbie, trying to make a name, which every cocky newbie wants to do is make a name for themselves. But this man has such a humble spirit, and I love it. And it's their match was pretty brutal. It was. They were for giving each other chairs, kendo sticks, ladders. They brought the whole nine out. And it's I don't like how MVP is turning into the modern day Godfather. If y'all remember the Godfather from back in the day, who had nothing but women following him around. That's basically what I feel like he's been turned into. And it's just using, he put his cane in as a weapon. And I feel like, dude, you should be barred from ringside. You are just a cheater. Bobby Lashley needs to learn how to be somebody on his own without any help. Just right now, it's Kofi Kingston has qualified for a match against Bobby Lashley at Money in the Bank. And I think Kofi Kingston deserves another title shot. He's proved that he can become champion. But, rumors are that the reason why Bobby Lashley has stayed champion is because he's waiting for Brock Lesnar to return, because that's a match that everybody wants to see. I doubt that's going to happen, but if it does, I think it'd be a great match. But I'm tired of seeing Brock Lesnar as well as champion. That's just so played out, He's a part-timer. I just think that just needs to be buried. And then we got Roman Reigns. This man, okay, I'm going to be very serious on this. I have lost all respect for this man. I really have. I understand his drive and his passion for his family, but it's just how he treats people is just not right. Because everybody said they like this new Roman. He's a heel, and he's letting it be known who he is. Yeah, he comes from the big names of Jimmy Snuka, The Rock, Rikishi, because Rikishi's kids are the Uso twins. But it's yeah, he calls himself the tribal chief and everything else. But I feel like without the name, with your family's name, you really aren't anybody to me. I just think you should be just yeah, you're a warrior. I give it that. Yeah, your guillotine submission is deadly. But at the same time, this dude it's just like, yeah, he's beating everybody in the roster. He actually has. Like, even like his Hell in a Cell match with Rey Mysterio. I really did want to see that Sunday, but they moved it up to that Friday, just to get it out the way. I mean, Rey Mysterio, he did, had a little strength in the beginning. He choked him up with the chair and everything else, trying to avenge his son. Because, I mean, anybody kid get hurt like that the way he did Dominic, I don't want to come back with a vengeance as well. So, but at the same time, it's like Roman just was the better person. Like, once he locked that guillotine, it was just over. And then he just tossed him like a rag doll over the ring. Like, that man is strong. And now he's like, I'm just wondering now who is going to come and take this title from this man. 100, but now Edge has made his comeback. Edge is now back after his injury and everything else. And he feels like he was cheated out of his victory against Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan, if y'all remember that match as well. I mean, it's been Edge, I give him so much credit for the drive that he has. Because, like, he was told that he can never wrestle again, y'all. It took him 11 years to get back to where he is today. 11 years. And that's, like, a long time to be out with an injury and be told you can never wrestle again. And he just showed that he is here to stay. And when he is ready to go. So right now, I think that's the beef that's been ensued right now as well. And now time for the topic of the night. How friendships can get better or how friendships can get worse. My experience when it comes to friendship is that this. Friendships are made to sometimes last or sometimes they're there for a season. Because I had to recently go through that myself with all my friends. Right now, I am friendless because I learned that, the people that I have known for years were really not who I thought they were at all. Because I guess when you grow older, you start seeing people for who they really are and how their actions and how they move. And it's really sad because, sometimes your friends can be there during your highest moments that, you can grow up with your friends and talk to them about anything and everything. And, sometimes they get right into the end. And then some friends just, over time become totally different people. Like, personalities change, point of views change, when they get in relationships, they want to change on friends. To me, I feel like you should be able to balance your friends and your relationship. But I feel like a lot of friendships fail due to a relationship versus getting into a relationship because, sometimes the other person does not like the friend that you have. I mean, no matter what, even if they don't even know that person, they just feel like, you need to be focused on our relationship and screw your friends. But at the same time, it's like when our relationship fails, who is there? Your friends are and your family. Because that's who we're going to have at the end of the day. Because this person can be there for a season or a lifetime. That's just the gamble. And me, when I become a friend, I become a real loyal friend. I'm very loyal to the end, y'all. And it's just I love the women that were in my life for the lifetime. I was very, I had a friend I had for over 10 years, 9 years, 8 years. Me and them grew apart, just recently, And a lot of people told me that, to watch them, because they seeing how they move and how they acting towards me, Because, when I first launched my podcast, I didn't have much support, y'all. Let me tell you that. I watched my coworker, his name was Oso Negro, as he goes by. And he also has a podcast as well with his coworker, his co-show owner. Mac and Black. They're the reason why I got into podcasting. Because I just watched the show and I'm like, you know what? I'm comfortable in front of the camera. I like talking to people. So, yeah, why not do a podcast? And that's a great friend, for example, to have because, he's been checking on me a lot. To make sure, he said, make sure my mic was on this time because the first time my mic wasn't on. Apparently, I didn't do it right. But that's why I said this is why it's called a relaunch and everything else. But yeah, like some friends are there, just to say hi and how you doing. Those are not friends; those are more associates. No difference, y'all. Friends are there to be supportive through thick and thin. Associates are people there who just say hey, what's up, catch up with, kick it with from time to time. That's it. That's friend and associate. You gotta know the difference. For real, because because I thought I had a number of friends, because I call a lot of people my friend and they really weren't. That's why people tell you, like, watch who you call your friend, because sometimes your friends are really can be your worst enemies. And I don't like making enemies of people. When I make you an enemy, that just means, like, especially if I put my hands on you as a person, and you was my friend, I called you my friend. That means, like, I'm just done. I'm done with you. Like, especially if I'm like if I tell you stuff and then you just get mad when they go behind my back and tell it. No, that's not what real friends do. Real friends don't tell each other's dirt or whatever. It's okay to vent from time to time. When that friend is like frustrating you and you don't know what to do. Because I'm guilty of that. I'm gonna be honest with that. I'm very guilty of it. I'm saying, like, I do vent when I just feel like my back is against the wall, and I try to. I'm a type of person. I'm willing to help whenever I can. As a friend, like financially, or you need me to just like cover you or whatever. I got you. I'm that type of kind of person, and then that's what I think people were seeing, like that. I became a little bit of a doormat. And and I don't know if anybody's been on my Snapchat. Like, I did do a little bit of a rant saying, like, I'm fed up. I am a queen. I do not deserve to be treated the way I get treated by people that I have been nothing but loyalty to. I'm the type of person that will go to the ends of the earth for a person and let it be known that. But at the same time, it's like, I got to the point that, I'm a good and kind-hearted person. I will give the shirt off my back if I could. Like, if you really do need, I got you. But it's like to a point that people tend to use that and take advantage. Like, what is the point of taking advantage of somebody? Especially somebody who's been none but good to you, none but loyal to you. There is no point of that. And especially like, yeah, I feel like I've had friends tell me, about my relationships, because like I still try to have my friends around me, my boyfriend, my girlfriend, because like y'all are part of my life and so are they. So we all gotta deal with each other. So why not mingle? But me, I'm the type of person like, okay, I don't always want to third wheel people. That's just how I am. That's just the type of person this is like, why do I always have to third wheel you? Like, yeah, I'm your, but if you're a single woman, you want me your wing woman or whatever, I'm your girl. But I'm not at the same time, it's like, I don't want to just be around you and y'all do it all the time because I feel like I'm intruding. Because I feel like you and your boyfriend or your girlfriend need to, connect and get to know each other, spend time with each other. And that's fine with me. That's why I say, like, if you're going to be with your dude, be with your girl, then hey, you can get at me another time. But it's like, I've had friends do that to me, like where like, or they come to me about their relationship issues. And I be like, dude, like, if you're unhappy, leave. I'm the type of person, like, if you're very unhappy in a relationship, just leave the situation alone. It's that simple, but I know if you invested like a year or two into it, yeah, it's not that easy to leave. Because I'm that type of person myself. I have not like tried to leave a lot of relationships, and it's like, especially when I knew they were toxic for me. But I still try to be that supportive friend, still like, if you want a housewarming party, we gonna do that. If you want to go house shopping, we gonna do that. I still want to kick it with my girls, to show that I'm a supportive friend. And that's the thing. I feel like people take the friend way too lightly. Way too lightly. Because it's like, friends can become your worst enemy. I swear. Especially if y'all got been ride or died and then something happens and sets that person off, that person can bury you within a second. And that's it. And I'm the type of person, like, I just don't open my circle a lot to people no more because I feel like that has to be trusted for you to really be my friend. I have to really see how you move, how you act. So when I go out in public and want to mingle with people, I like to watch and observe my surroundings and see if I want to mingle with this person. If you give off a cool vibe, then cool, we can kick it and hash it out, talk, whatever, maybe kick it a few times, because I sense a good in you. But if I feel like you showing shade or being a snake, I'm like, you know what, I'm good. I'd rather choose who's in my space and who I trust, because trust is a big thing when it comes to friendships or relationships. Without that trust, you really don't have nothing, to be really, really honest. But, but like I said, like it just comes to friendships. Be careful who you call friend. And that is the show for tonight. Again, thank you, Dream Bear, for everything. He gave if y'all hit him up. He is also a photographer as well. I'm Ariel from Ariel's Tea Lounge, and I'll catch you guys next week with another episode.